always on the move, you can keep up to date with ULTI.TV on all of our social media channels. Like, follow, subscribe, share us with a friend, or send us a message just to say hey. Thank you for supporting us in our mission to grow Ultimate everywhere.
July from Nottingham, England, the World Flying Disc Federation's World Under-24 Ultimate Championships. Live all-access coverage, including semis and finals, exclusively at ultiworld.com. We are a group of ultimate players, coaches and video enthusiasts. We've worked with the major federations and the greatest events.
We're on a mission to make Ultimate huge. We want our videos and live streams to be free to watch.
We want to make stories that not only reach you,
but also reach people outside the Ultimate community.
Like and subscribe, ULTI.TV, the best in the world.
Become a member and
fund
our
work
work
to cover more events in the future and to bring more stories and live coverage to the eyes of the Ultimate world and beyond.
Sunshine on my shoulders. I'm alive and I'm breathing, living my best life. Love is on my mind and it's making me high.
We are live here on the beach in Royan, France for the women's quarter-finals. We are getting to the business end of the tournament. Myself, Hannah Pendlebury, alongside Stefan Pazzo, and we have Copenhagen Hucks warming up in front of us versus Cassallettes of Spain. It's fantastic to be out here under the sunshine. Stefan, how are you feeling about these two teams?
I'm feeling like we're going to get ourselves a heck of a game here. Cassallettes getting through in the third position in their pool. They've had some results go either way. Their last game against Yaka, a game that they let slip away, where Yaka were pretty desperate to take that one away from them to make sure they got through, and in doing so, they jumped them in the standings. Having a look at the stats as I continue here, but Hucks have been winning with a bit more frequency, except the game we saw them on stream. So Goyota, the class of that pool, gave them a little bit of a touching up on stream, though they did play well, but the scoreline did get away from them most certainly. And they're looking to make up for that in the bracket bracket round, the do or die, the win or go home round on, and they get another stream chance at it. So the 2 versus 3 and the crossover, this one promises to be a cracker. The, Spanish style ultimate, fast, quick, scorching pace versus the team that names themselves after their style, the Hucks. So we should have a great contrast between the two. Maybe a little bit more star power on the Hucks and a little bit more hegemony across the Cassallettes rosters. I was gonna liken it very much. Their logo is a little bit haka-like. Their dance is even more haka-like. Let's see if their play will emulate the ever-winning New Zealand All Blacks rugby club. If Fuentes Rodriguez can do anything about it, she's been leading the stats for her club. 17 total stats, 10 goals, 7 assists, so pretty balanced, but finds herself in the end zone a bit more. But the goal machine for them, Nathalie Lamonte, she's got 12 of her 13 stats are finding herself in the end zone, Hannah. Incredible stuff out of her. Yes, that is a shame. Otherwise, the end of the game is the more important bit. I mean, every bit counts for the same, but in this game where you've got to put opponents away to win, ending games is very important as we kick off here. Oh, cheeky little knock away there. Nice to see Kiara getting on the board there, playing with her new naturalized Danish team. She said in her first game she was still celebrating, saying "wee wee," with being used to playing for Yaka for so long, but doing it for the Danes here on the beach. Little shout out earlier in the point, the early turn by Milik, and then the number 11 shirt getting it straight back. That is the sister, as you say, Rovang. That was just a beautiful little touch, practically a blind deed, just great pursuit, knocking it away, getting it back. That's a player that has improved drastically over the years. I, again, remember her from the Bologna training camp they had there just about 3 years ago now, where she was still a, young, fresh face, taking it all in from the likes of, Davide Mori, Laura Ferrothi, and the rest of the what was CUSP club stalwarts. So she's obviously transferred a lot of those skills into some of her own that she can use and donate to her team's benefit. Good defense, but the throw was too much traffic there. It was a 50-50 at best. Ended up being about 100, 250, 2-1 the other way. Yeah, that throw, a bit too much mustard on it. That's about as much as we can say. Just a bit, though. I do like the option through to the right receiver. Just missed by, you know, half a foot there. Oh, goodness, you're right. Is she allowed to play without it? Cheeky smile. She knew she overextended there, but not too worried about it. Ready to just get back on D and try and find a way to get it back. Woo!
Adjustment is there. Well, big shout out to Will Foster running the desk, as always, doing a fantastic job. Noah on the cams. So,
How was that throw there to finish things off for Cassallettes? The 97 shirt, the 94 shirt rather. Zyke, Jillian Zik, but Zyke, beautiful inside flick, just at a scorching pace, almost found the sand. It was very low, and well handled for a low throw, but great vision to see that, and a nice quick move to shake the shoulders and get into a throwing form to get that one around the defender.
Who's a good boy?
Well, if there's one thing that will ease your hammer urges, it's a wide open downline forehand huck. and Maya Milek took the right option. Of course, we always want to see a hammer, but if you're going to put it away, you might as well put it away for a throw like that. Perfectly weighted. Here it is again. Oh, give it to us, give it to us. No, okay, fine. That one will do.
We don't really talk about too much in terms of it's referred to a lot in games like football is the ability for star throwers to read the players it's developing. You've got your first through, maybe 4 reads. So I think like all the sports, key throwers tend to have like tools so they can see over the front line what's happening with the play. Milek is one of those people that's really good at just seeing the play as it's developing on the pitch and taking those shots where they're on.
Oh, we've got a disc on the field, but that'll be taken care of. Very different than the disc we had on the field the other day. Oh. I liked it out of the hand. It is a throwing error. That will not be taken away, but I really like that option. It was the no hesitation, open receiver, and we've got a curious call. No, we don't. It's a turnover. Yeah. And it's pretty much the same throw from the same spot to the same spot that they missed on just moments ago. This time a different sequence, not into power position, a lateral cut to set it up. There's the setup there. And indeed it was lateral throw, but into power position, open sideline, facing forward on reception, and no hesitation, but still took the time to lean into that right throwing leg, get down in a wide angle stance, and make sure that she was in absolute perfect balance before that one let loose, and that's a big difference maker. That leads to assists rather than throwaways.
Big Huck into space over the top of the pack. So Zyke going to bring us back in play. Hucks continuing their match defense to try and put pressure on the downfield shots, but the big poach off in the lane off of that second handler, and the hand block is achieved by Milek. Got a big wingspan, useful for throwing and also for denying her opponents. Yeah. Has Milek streaking forward, the connection not taken. Little dinky around though, and Kier decides to falcon punch it out of the air. didn't quite have time to react.
Yeah, that one, it dropped by Kier, but the throw definitely not the perfect weight. Probably wanted a little bit more float under that to drop down on her rather than go right into the top of her wrists.
Oh, that's a ambitious bid from Rika Kier. Accepts the foul call immediately with wide open arms, but less of that, please. Cristina Branco Padilla with possession. And pretty much all of Cassallettes behind the disc. It's like with some good jinking around. Hot work under the mid-afternoon sun. Travel call on Zyke. Long discussion. Difficult to contest a travel call, Stefan?
Well, I mean, you can contest it, but it's tough to change somebody's mind. I mean, the only way you could possibly change somebody's mind if there was a VAR to look at and to have another look at what happened. Is there ever? Oh wait, my goodness, they could do that.
They could do that. They could even ask for it, but it's okay. They're able to resolve it on the pitch. So a little bit of an interruption of the flow of Cassallettes that was looking pretty good. Well, Hucks really are trying to grip onto this game with their fingertips and fingernails. Grind it all over the pitch, and a bit of body action from Millet closes the door on Zyke.
And that is just good team defense. Not one of those layouts actually got the D, but the sequence of 2, 3, 4 flying bodies really put that pressure on and did do a big part in accounting for that turnover.
Well, Cassallettes again putting this zone up, and there is the turn generated by the arms. Bosh.
Ooh.
Shot into the end zone, and a halo grab for the score. Gets a little bit of the face of Kier from that. That's one of the downfalls of playing such tight match defense, Stefan, is that sometimes when a player is going to kind of, you know, use the space they have every right to with the catch, you do get a little bit of collateral damage.
Yeah, that's one of the few downfalls of it. For the most part, playing hand-in-pocket defense is a very good way to be able to shut her all down. 73 shirt there. You see Fuente is very excited about her goal. And yeah, I mean, Kier paying the price for her thorough work. That's part of the job sometimes. If you're gonna play that kind of gritty D, you're gonna catch an elbow here and there, you're gonna catch a shoulder, you're gonna, you know, crack a few body parts together. Never with intention, but when people are moving at full speed, running, swinging body parts, well, they swing against each other sometimes.
Well, that's the first break of this game going in the favor of Cassallettes, but a gift as Muller threw sort of almost just directly into the floor. I mean, the ground's always open, but that's not the way to play ultimate. Inside shot. Oh my goodness, that nearly went all the way around the world. Just fingertips rolling for Daniele Barasa. Oh, sorry, Maria Herzior even. Libicka around to Muller. Jakobsen tossing back. Oh, a high one. Goes for the clap catch to Libicka instead of the crab claws.
Yeah, that one was just high enough that the bottom half, the bottom hand on the pancake is really in an awkward position. You got to turn that elbow almost further than it wants to turn.
But that was a slightly low one, but all fine. Herzior, high release over the shoulder of the mark. Love those. Herzior's going to have to go for goal and doesn't quite manage to make the catch up.
That is a second turn for a shot for goal for Barazza. Getting Yeah, just throwing a little bit early, maybe a little bit too much excitement. The end zone eyes, we call them sometimes. She's been throwing really well in the field proper, but her shots to score have been off. Jakobsen just got open.
That's such a smart cut from Jakobsen. It's the kind of the faking out in, but then clearing, but sneaking away. And that's a brilliant setup for Copenhagen Hucks. No with the goal.
No with the goal, but that one was credited to Jakobsen there. She set that whole one up. Some hard cutting in the middle of the field, sold her defender on the in just as she changed things up and went deep, and the separation was there. If the throw had a bit more on it, that could have been a full field Huck. She would have scored that much earlier, but you know, she accounted for the big distance on that field and then calmly initiated the next throw, the hockey assist that set up the score.
Well, a very intelligent individual, Jakobsen. I remember seeing in, I think, Heidelberg back in 2019, and had a rule for the team that she was there with of, if you're sunburned, you don't get to play. So clearly somebody you want out on the pitches here in Royan, because it is hot and sunny. There's lots of bucket hats.
Slop, as they say in Australia, mate.
Absolutely. And with good reason. So currently 3 apiece. Cassallettes up that singular break. Starting this game strong, but we know that they might fade if it goes the way it has of their other matches so far in this tournament. These two teams, of course, in the tussle in the middle of the section of the pools. Nice one into the space, kept well. Fuentes. Spinning around for Zyke. Great continue, but it's a little bit bouncy. Pops up in the fluttering breeze. Milek coming across and playing on this D-line. Royan. Over the top, cheeky hammer to Milek. He's been given a lot of space in the backfield by Zyke. Or while they playing switchy, zony stuff. Hammer from Royan trying to hit Kier. But that one's a little bit too low.
Yeah, way too low. I like the idea. It was the right shot to take, but she had leaned her upper body over too far to the left there to try and get the angle on it, but it ended up slicing way too low, and she probably had to throw that one a little bit more up into the sky.
An injury call. Hopefully we'll see player return to the pitch, and it's going to be a substitution as well. Müller coming in for Copenhagen Hucks, replacing Petersen. We have both Royan sisters on for Hucks, I believe. High release for Zyke. There is the opportunity downfield, running it down to Araroca. Immediate chuck, but over the back left shoulder. Fuentes spinning around, but can't see to connect.
Another one gets away. The throws for score here are kind of toiling both teams here. They seem to move it a bit smoother within the field proper.
Big one going up into the deep space, and it's Royan underneath it from the paws of Milek.
And just as I say it, the throw for score is an absolute gem. Milek sends it 3/4 the length of the pitch there. And another absolute dime. In fact, in a very similar spot where she was when she faked the hammer and went down the line. That one maybe 5-7 meters further back, but a similar looking throw, just not from static this time.
So Milek doing one of the things she does best out here on the sand in Royan. Have to appreciate the fact that we might not see Copenhagen Hucks together so much. Some of their players, you know, playing in different locales on occasion, coming back together as the Danish outfit you see with a couple of extra pairs of hands. But actually, quite a lot of the Copenhagen's Hucks roster do play together fairly frequently on the Danish women's team when they come together for international championships, of nations. But Cassallettes, this is their surface. Can they pull themselves together? Still on serve with them chasing down Copenhagen Hucks. Barassa. Well defending the underneath. Oh, Copenhagen Hucks, a lovely low inside break with the flick to Lamotte. Lamotte pops forward, back into hands of Barassa. Oh, nearly the miscommunication, but what a hero save from Lola Oliviaris. That's got to get her team nicely fired up. Everybody looking fairly static. Trying to hit that up line. Klebitschka with a tasty attempt at a poach off, but pumps it straight in. Doesn't mess around. And I tell you what, that point was Daniela Barassa all over.
Yeah, not the goal scorer, but doesn't matter. That possession was saved because of her. The replay we're going to get here is going to be sensational. There it is. Hitting the deck in that 91 shirt, Oliveras Garcia's Lola as she goes. Having a heck of a play there. Hi to her mother, father, and brother back at home, surely watching this game, supporting her. Tie game, 4-4. On serve. Back on serve. Trading breaks from the start to just recently. The Hucks' last goal was their break.
Indeed.
And we are on serve here.
And it's a lovely shape of the game so far as well. It's attack and counter-attack. Two very well-matched club teams here. The zone coming back out for Cassallettes. It's a little stumble there, but all good for Rieke Gorvang. And an injury call. Gorvang, I think, came off earlier. Now having to be replaced by Klebitschka. Hopefully she'll be okay. Clutching their head there as she goes to sit in the stands.
A peculiar one. I'm not sure what happened, but maybe nervous. Who knows? But she knew it right away, and we didn't see much impact. So hopefully she's feeling better soon.
Well, it's an unpredictable surface on the sand. That one would have to be muscled through by Kiet, but she does so. Fearless athlete. Nice one into space for Milek. And connects it into the end zone. Freya Pietersen with the catch. And that is another hold in this match.
We're getting a good one here. The play by Kier. As you said, fearlessness. She went up. I kind of took a deep inhale there. Oh, goodness. Is there going to be some impact here? But she was not concerned of it. Good body control as well. No dangerous play there. But I did see, she went into a small pack there, full of confidence, head full of steam, and took that one high with two hands that preserved the possession and set up the goal.
So Cassallettes readying themselves. Lots of, not everyone got the hand on the hip starting position memo.
Yeah, they're missing two.
But Jakobsen with the pull. That one looks like it's going to sail just out of bounds. So
yeah, shout out to her mom back at home who loves it when we get to say Jacobsen for her.
There's many ways to pronounce the surname.
Yes. And we choose them all sometimes. We try and eventually get there.
Well, if we cover all of our bases, that means we have to be right at least one time, right? Oliviaris with a high one, but what a snag. Single hand casualty from Fernandez. Oh, I tell you what, it sounds a little bit like Maya Malek stood right next to us, but she's yelling from the first side of the pitch. Oh, beautiful inside put. Lamotte connects with Jezior.
Oh, we got a game on our hands now. This thing is starting to come together. Lamotte to Jezior, and a tidy response there. Copenhagen Hucks put one in the other end. They're fighting for it. Or, sorry, same end now. a couple of upwind scores in a row. Wind is mild. You see the flags moving enough, but they're not flapping hard. They're not making any noise. It's a nice breeze, but it is very one-directional. And like I said, this is turning into a heck of a game. 5-5, no separation between them. We are just about at 30 minutes there. So enough games still to play.
Absolutely.
And, looking forward to the closeout of this one. It's shaping itself up very well. We've had a couple runs. We've had a bit of trading. It's giving us everything we could possibly ask for up until this stage of the game.
What I'm quite liking about where we are right now in terms of the momentum is the fact that we've seen 3 clean holds on the bounce. Those midsection where we got the breaks coming through, 0 clean breaks so far this game, and you know, turnovers are plenty for both sides, which is not what we'd expect for this level and this stage in the tournament. Quarterfinals, of course, here in this women's division. And neither team having taken any timeouts, Stefan.
That is peculiar.
That's terrible game management, if you ask me. But a zone once more. 4 players so close to the disc. Isn't that giving Copenhagen Hucks a bit of an easy time of it if they can remember to space themselves out with confidence? Exactly like that. Milek with the jailbreak. Royan just giving and going all the way into the end zone, and enough said about that.
Well, I don't think we'll see that zone again. They just broke that one up like it wasn't even there. I think this is halftime, so they're trying to decide what the mirror image should be from the start. But assuming we're on serve, we could change sides, but it should still be Cassallettes receiving, and we're not even changing side.
Indeed. We're sticking with the natural rhythm of the game. So no buy one, get one free action after the half cap. Of course, timed halves, they do naturally happen in the score cap at 7, first to get there, if you can get there quick enough. But always slightly awkward in a 45-minute time slot. So yeah, that timed half comes upon you very quickly.
Yeah, and we'll see if we'll get another zone out of Cassallettes next time they play D. As I said, okay, Hucks made short work of that, but they did go over top and threw a couple risky throws. They put one hammer upwind. They had to go with a bladey OI, and so we'll see. For now, it's Cassallettes.
Yeah, I'm not such a fan of the zone. It seems to sort of, you know, it knackers out a couple of the people in the front space and allows Hucks a lot of time with the disc to make decisions that are good ones. Whereas if you can play match against them and sort of force those errors a little bit more. A nice around break. Moth there just running around to make sure that there isn't a secondary one. High touch over to Hlebitschka, and Jakobsen pops it. And that's a break for Hucks. They put themselves one clear of their opponents.
That's a nice way to start the second half with a break. Take advantage of the turnover there. I guess it was a throw to traffic, but a knockaway D. Credit the defense for that. And quickly bounced it to the far sideline. Hlebitschka with a nice pass, short pass at that stage to Jakobsen. Great separation. Here's another look. And that the hockey assist there, that high release backhand, did a great job to set it up, give a bit more space than would have been there otherwise on the break side. Jakobsen there saying, yeah, this is what I did. Did you see how open I got? It's because I made this move and then that move. It's probably not exactly what she's saying, but you can assume sometimes.
Well, it's a really interesting one because Lemorth really understood that that break side shot on that kind of front corner was the danger option. She made a really good job of moving herself around to deny that immediate option, but maybe just not enough activity on the force for that high release over the shoulder in these low wind conditions. Blanco Padilla across to Roca. A little bit of a slowdown, but Zyke coming through. A little bit lost for options now. trying to hit the reset. Patience, the name of the game. Olivares. Low inside shot. They look a little bit like they're trying to find each other, losing their momentum in the sand, and the turnover eventually comes from just a poor throw.
Yeah, that's exactly it. A mechanical error there. Maybe a slippery disc started from the grip, but deep the other way.
That one gets away from Lika Horvang. No, sorry, that's Helle Horvang even, the other Horvang sister, who actually, fun fact, has a bit of a doppelganger swanning away around the fields here. There's a player on Cremas who actually looks a lot like Helle Horvang as we get another look at that unfortunate miss. There was the bid on the back of it to try and redeem. Both Horvang sisters were very, very fun to watch on the same line together at the Indoor Championships in Lithuania last year. But yes, Randy Burns, who's currently residing in Spain, in Barcelona.
We're going to have to get a picture
playing
of both
for
of them together.
Cremas. Oh, absolutely. Nice snag. Jesior with the grab. Oh, I should take that back. It's the other way around. It's Dalia Fuentes. So it looks to be a force middle being applied by Hucks that got a real big piece on it. The layout doesn't come, maybe a little bit too tired. Dalia Fuentes grunting in frustration.
Was that a Maya Milik hand to that disc?
Yep.
What a play she's making, coming up clutch in the late part of this game.
Well, she really is a superstar, and that's a beautiful pass. Helle Horvang with the layout clap catch.
That is a sister-to-sister score there. The Horvangs getting on the board, one to the other, making the family proud there. Putting the family name up in lights, and the biggest lead of the game right now, 3 points, stretching it open. We were tied at 5. That means a hold and 2 breaks later, and we're on a run.
Well, this is the story of Cassallettes tournament so far. You know, hanging tough, staying in it for the beginning section of the game. But as we draw closer, just under 10 minutes remaining in this match, it seems to kind of coming undone at the seams a little bit. But this is the opportunity. Can they switch their mental game back on? Starts with putting this first hold in here, because I think if they concede another break on the bounce, it may well all be over. Again, looking for late options in the stall count. Baratza. Lamotte. Around to Tamina. Baratza finds one puncturing through. There is the deep shot to Jesior. Oh, that is gorgeous. Much more like it for Cassallettes.
Yeah, that's one way to get things back in your favor. The throw there, an absolute dime dropped down upon Jesior. A great bit of movement through the middle of the field, good fluidity. Low stall counts throughout that possession, and they needed a response at that stage, and surely proud of themselves they were able to provide there. Back to within 2, still advantage for these Copenhagen Hucks, but Cassallettes doing the first bit of the job to be able to try and mount a late stage run here.
Well, can they turn their fortunes on their heads and actually do to their opponents what their previous matchups have done to them? Big pull to start us off from Betancourt. Oh, look at that. Really lovely stuff. We've seen quite a lot sail out of bounds on this near side for this women's game, going right to left when teams have been coming out on defense. But just plain straight up match, trying to best the athletes. Missed opportunity for Helle to find her sister up line. Goes for Kier now. Milek deciding not to hit the deep space, but come under. Use that throwing prowess, but that's going to be one coming unglued, trying to hit Rika Horvang. But there's an injury downfield No collision, just something has happened to Valentina Betancourt, and I hope that she's going to be okay.
Yeah, she came off a little bit gingerly earlier. She's forced her way back in, showed some toughness, but not entirely there and able to finish this point off, and we're hoping only for the best for her.
Oh no, I take that back. It's Branco Padilla. But either way, we wish exactly the same. There we go, it's Betancourt coming on. Oh, and what a throw that is! Fuentes inches away from a goal, and this would be a break here. Oh, it's the give and go straight to the end zone. Lovely upline moves. Dalia Fuentes puts a little bit of oxygen back into Cassallettes' hopes.
Yeah, Fuentes there. She gets the goal. She does the give and go, but, and you talked about the deep throw, but her turnaround to get that reception, to come back to the disc on the long was fantastic work there. Those are the little intricacies of this game that sometimes get lost in space, but she did a great job of out-dueling her defender there just by turning around, holding position, and charging back towards the disc in a 1 or 2 step space.
Well, that is the second goal of the game for Fuentes, who's been playing for but 1 year and 7 months.
Not long at all. If you're counting months in your experience, that is a debutante of the game. So if she's got that little experience, we can only imagine what she's going to be putting together when she's got years worth.
Inside shot rises high over the head of Müller for Copenhagen. Hucks, and a gift for Cassallettes. Can they do anything with it? Well, that's the first bit of the ribbon undone. Lamont well covered by Jakobsen. It's going to have to be a bit of a chuck and hope. Oh, just about keeping her claws on it. Anna Vrocka with the high grab. Something has occurred with Jakobsen in the center of the pitch, but I don't think it will have impacted that one. So a pick with perhaps Jakobsen allowed to play some catch up. Or is it going to go back? No, it's going to go back.
At 8-5, we said that Cassallettes were going to need to come up with something to make this interesting at the end of the game, and well, a hold and a break is a great way to start that. They've got disc in hand right now to tie things up. Can they put this trio of passive scores together?
Well, someone's going to have to extend the deep space. Lamont's going to be the one to do it. Barazza on the underneath, huge layout from Jakobsen again. Squeaky, squeaky clean. We love to see that kind of defense. Jezior over that nice high one to Barazza. Oh, look at that inside. Daniela Barazza, behave. Off she goes down that line. It's going to have to read it. No, it doesn't have enough loft on it. It's thrown straight into the dust. That was a little bit of excitement for us. Klibicka having to call on her teammates to start the action. Swinging across to Jakobsen, and a timeout being called, realizing that perhaps her teammates are a little bit gassed. But don't go anywhere. We will bring you more of this second half of this women's quarterfinal after these messages.
July from Nottingham, England, the World Flying Disc Federation's World Under-24 Ultimate Championships. Live all-access coverage, including semis and finals, exclusively at ULTI.TV.
quarter-final action in front of us, and it is a tussle here under the hot sun. Local time 3:45, but it is a scorcher out there on the sand. Copenhagen Hucks currently in front by 1 point and 1 break. Jakobsen with a big around Müller. Such a feather-light, delicate player to watch, but with a big left arm. Low release over to Klibicka. Has Müller dancing in the backfield, but a lovely find for Carlsen. Jakobsen now. Klibicka turning on the jets. The mark is there, makes it a squeaks through, but that is good enough. Klibicka with the read.
Not necessarily the perfect throw from Jakobsen. Threw it just in front of 2 defenders, but you get the job done there. I mean, maybe not the perfect choice of receivers to throw to because of the defense, but she did enough. She got it way up and around the 2 trailing defenders. Not quite enough time to get there, and dropped it into the breadbasket of Klibicka. So we're stuck here at 9-7. That's the go. Back ahead by 2. And time is pushing expiration now. We should hear a end of game whistle soon.
Indeed, running out of clock to make their comeback. And I tell you what, Klibicka's quite far away to practice with Copenhagen. She's over in Warsaw these days, but that's a lovely low catch. Betancourt with the grab and the absolute launch again. Dalia Fuentes, the youngster to ultimate, making moves in the end zone. Originally hailing from Tenerife, so maybe some Guayota power coursing through those veins.
Some of her training, we just hear from the scorekeepers, this will be a game to 10 after that score, so we are starting immediately with a game point possession for the Copenhagen Hucks.
Well, and on that line, we are going to have a stellar lineup. You've got both Horvang sisters, Kjær, Milek, and Pietersen. And then for the all-important D, the athlete with the disc in her paws is Daniela Barata, who has been having a hecking game for Cassallettes, especially in that handless space. Line up with Zyk, Chezior. Looks to be, is that a return to the pitch for Blanco Padilla, or is that, no, it's Betancourt. No, it is Blanco Padilla. They are wearing very similar get-ups, but they all have the power of the score. Either way, though, Milek with the high one to Kjær. Oh, big launch on the far sideline. Maya Milek launch. The body then launched the disc, but into coverage. Barata with the block. The arm goes up from Maya Milek. She knows that wasn't the right option.
She was still, her mind was spinning after she realized that she had superhuman leaping and layout powers moments before, and I guess they didn't transition into the throw there, but wow, what a catch. A chance to extend the game, though, here for Cassallettes.
Well, unless Millet can get another hand block, not quite. Blanco, but no, that's Fuentes. Again, Kjær getting smacked in the face. Completely unintentional, but we're going to get another look at that one. Oh, this time it's just she loses her footing and sort of headbutts the hip of Maria Chezior. Chezior looking around, initiating for Zyk. Big high release, but a big athlete underneath it. That one, though, escapes the grasp. It's a rare error for Barata in this game, but that might be a bit too much. Only half the pitch to go before Hucks will see themselves into semi-finals here. And it's Rika Horvang picking it up. Has her sister as the initiation cut. Might have to go around laterally for her. Sitting in that high release. Oh, it's a power knife to Milek, but it just bests her.
If that's a power knife, then she's got a chopped open collarbone from that one because it came down blady and heavy and did crack her right there on the collarbone. But she's, of course, all right. It's not that sharp of a blade, but unfortunate there for the Hucks.
Absolutely. I mean, she touched it with both hands and her collarbone, but that one asks a lot of Dalia Fuentes, throwing herself around. Well, I'll tell you what, this has become a tussle once more after a couple of clean holds and clean breaks to end the stages of this game. This could go well to Universe, which would delight us here in the booth. Milek picking up, though, just shaking the sand off. High release on the sideline and then guns straight through. Kier selecting her option, has Horvang around. Milek off to the bank. Can she collect the last bag of swag? She does with a layout grab, and that will finish it off for Copenhagen Hucks. My goodness, Maya Milek.
Yeah.
Showing the star that she is.
Player of the game there because of what she did in the last couple of points. I mean, she had a good game from beginning to end, but her clutch power, her, you know, her leadership, her maturity as a player, her ability to take the team and put them on her back and say, hey guys, come with me, trust me, and in doing so, you have a more of an ability to trust yourselves, trust ourselves as a collective, but showed some great leadership there, made some big plays, and comes home with the goods on the game-winning goal.
Well, commiserations to Cassallettes. Their heads weren't quite in it this game or this tournament. They had a couple of curious errors. Some of their offense looked so mighty slick, but as we get another look at that rundown, huge work from Maya Milek, just as you say, Stefan, putting the game a little bit on her back. She's got a very long CV, has Maya Milek, lots of different teams she's played for, and not all of the outfits she's been able to appear at championships with have made great use of her, but Copenhagen Hucks has those Danish connections she knows so well, and they did so fantastically together. So pretty much even Stevens on turnovers, but the overall scoreline, Copenhagen Hucks 10, Cassallettes 8, and stay tuned. We will be bringing you the rest of the championship bracket games in all three divisions. Next up on the stream, we will have Kokorota versus B-Fire in the mixed division. So stay tuned for that in the Royan Sun. We'll see you real soon.
Thank you. Thanks.
Yeah, Ultimate.
ULTI.TV.